Hey everyone, this is Ali here from Narilla Software Solutions, and today I'm going to be talking about InvoicingYou software. This is an invoicing platform where you can send invoices, basic invoices, product invoices, subscription invoices, group invoices. You can send them to your clients. It's a secure way of getting paid. It is a payment system through Stripe or Authorize.net. It supports over 160 different currencies, and it can integrate with over 350 different online applications. So it's a very powerful system that you can pretty much use in mostly all of your products. Now, the thing that's amazing about this is it allows you to handle invoices very easily, and you can create certain subscriptions inside of here and stuff like that. So what I want to do is I just want to give you an overview of what this does, maybe set up a couple of invoices just to show you what sort of basic things you can do, but there is so much more to this. So when you arrive, you'll get a page that looks like this. This is the dashboard. You'll have your main navigation on the left. You have some log in, log out at the top. This is show you your weekly invoices, so you'll be able to see them in here. You've got your settings tab, which will allow you to integrate with things like Zapier, Plaid integration. You can set up a custom domain, so it has yourdomain.com listed on here. You can actually also do certain templates that you can send out the invoices to. On here on the left, you'll notice you have different types of invoicing: custom subscription, brand new invoice, which allows you just to send out basic invoicing systems, product invoicing, and you've got different sort of groups and different types of products down here as well. So what I'll do, as this is not a tutorial in depth on every single element, I'm just going to give you an overview in this tutorial, but what I'll do is I'm going to actually create up a simple invoicing first. So start with the name, and I'm going to call it Frank. Okay, we got a guy called Frank. Test@test.com is the email address. So let's say this is the a basic product, quantity 1, price, let's say we're pricing it out at $97. You can actually add more here, so you can have multiple options. You can have $97 and another one for $55, etc. Here we have a tax rate, so you can include tax if you require, but I'm just going to make this 0. A memo is just like a sort of short description that will be put inside to the invoice when we send it to the client. So I'm just going to put memo just so you can see where that arises. Here we have auto capture, but for now I'm not going to apply that. I'll do that in a bit just to show you what that is. So let's create this invoice. Let's see what it looks like. So once we've created it, it will give you an InvoicingYou link. I'm just going to open that up in another tab. So this is using one of the templates. It's got your company logo. The memo is here. Here's the information about the company. Here's the invoice 97. It's $97 here for the basic product, just one of them. It's being sent to Frank at this email address, and it has an invoice number and stuff like that. So this is like a sort of standard. You can change the look, but this is like the information that's given out when you send your invoices to your clients. So I'm just actually going to make payment to this invoice. This invoice, I'm using it's a test credit card, which allows me to test out that the invoicing system is working. This isn't a real credit card, so there's no point trying to hack it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to pay for that. Just wait for this to load. It's just going to submit the payment of $97 for me. Cool, successfully paid. I'm going to come out of that. I'm then going to come back to my invoicing system. I'm going to refresh. Once I've refreshed, I'm going to come over to the dashboard just to show you how it looks at a chart level, and you'll be able to see, look, I have a payment inside of here. To actually view the invoice itself, you would go to All Records, and inside of here you'll see the invoice number, what type of invoice it is, the name, which in our example is Frank, the day it was created, whether it's paid or not. If it's not paid yet, there'll be a red icon here. The payment date, the amount, whether it was a subscription plan, which it wasn't. This is actually a link to it, and then you can actually edit it or even delete it if you require. Okay, so you can see how simple it is to send out a basic invoice in using InvoicingYou. Now, under customers, you'll now notice that we actually have a new customer called Frank with the email address. And this is quite handy because later on we can send out another subscription to Frank later on because his credit card, his information is held on file to date. Let me show you how to create a custom subscription. Now, a custom subscription invoicing is very good for let's say you have a product that costs, example, $97 a month. You want a monthly subscription plan or a weekly or even a daily subscription plan. Like if you have a daily subscription plan, I think you're doing really well. But let's say you have a product, an online product, and you want to collect $97 a month. Well, you can just create them inside of the custom subscription plan. So I'm just going to, let me call this live demo. I'm just going to call, in fact, yeah, I'll just call it test, live demo, test. I'm going to have it charge out per month. The amount will be, let's put something silly just so you can recognize it. This is the currencies of what you would want it to be paid in. And also, let's say this product has a 14-day or 30-day trial period. You can actually put inside of here 14-day trial period. So they can test this before the payment actually kicks in. They have 14 days to test, let's say, the product, and then this invoice will kick in. So here's the plan. Here's the name, the dollar amount. Here's the actual amount we're using per month with the trial period. So now we have that, and remember the name is called live demo. We can now come back into creating an invoice, and down here we can put the name again. So I'm going to put Frank2, email again, let's just keep it simple, at test.com. You can actually, if you have existing customers, you can just grab them. So you'll notice I have Frank here already. Let's just use Frank again. I'm going to use Frank. This section here, so if we're going to use a subscription, you'll notice that the subscriptions are displayed under here, and the one we created was live demo. But let's say, for example, you have, let's say, a setup fee. So they get $97 a month, but they have a setup fee of, let's say it's $50. So I'm just going to put in here setup fee. The quantity is 1 and the price is $50. So the way this will work is when the invoice will go out, the subscription will be included along with this one-time setup fee. Again, tax 0, memo, we can just put memo again, or you can put any information you want, and we can create the invoice. This will then set it up like it did before. I'll come over to the link. And you'll now notice that we have the $23 plan, okay, which is a monthly subscription plan. And then we have a one-time setup fee of $50, okay? And again, they can come in here and they can make payment. I'm just going to come back because I don't need to make payment. You could also set up, if you wanted to, you could set up where you charge the credit card automatically. This is something that you would want to do. You'd want to make sure that the client is okay with this. So maybe you have that recurring monthly bill. And you want to set up, like, you just want to charge the credit card straight away. So what you can actually do is you can create an invoice. And then inside of here, it has to be with an existing customer. So, and they have to have a card updated. So you'll notice here that Frank is, because he paid already, if they haven't paid, then it won't show here. But Frank's already paid with his credit card. So what we can actually do, I will make this test product. We can actually charge out, let's make this a number so you can see it really easy, like $43 US. So we can set up an auto capture. So an auto capture is basically charge the credit card right now for another plan or for another subscription or for something else. So we need to obviously make sure you have permission from the client that you can charge his card straight away, or you can actually set up a schedule on a date and have this set up where, let's say on May the 16th at 7:40, this credit card will be charged again. Now I will just do now just to show you what this does. So basically once I create this invoice, the credit card will be charged a payment of $43, okay? So remember that $43. I'm going to choose Create Invoice. This will then send it out. And you'll notice that this $43 is this one here. This has already been paid. This one here wasn't paid because I didn't pay it. But the one we just did there was $43. It's actually being charged. That credit card's being charged for the guy called Frank. So I hope you sort of get a rough idea of what's possible here. This is an amazing invoicing system, again with Norilla Software Solutions. This is included in your 8 different products for $97 a month. You really are, with these products, you can make your business become so automated, so powerful, and you'll be collecting money while fast asleep. Thanks everyone, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers.